SA Footballer magazine. Today I'm joined by Nathan Hall from the Houghton Districts Football Club in Division 6, and he's going to do our weekly roundup. So we'll just go through the results from the weekend. Brahma Lodge got over Woodville South by 25 points. Fitzroy had a good win over Mawson Lakes by 24 points. Mitchell Park got over Adelaide Lutheran by 10 points. Trinity Old Scholars went down to West Croydon by 12 goals. And unfortunately, Houghton Districts had a disappointing result, losing by 14 goals to Ingle Farm. So obviously, pretty disappointing performance.
Yeah, it was for us. Started off all good, coming up at the end of the first quarter, but 9 goals to 1 in the second sort of sealed the fate for that one, I think. So disappointing result for us.
How did you see the game play out? Obviously, what went wrong in the second quarter?
Obviously Ingle Farm stepped it up a gear, and we just couldn't sort of stay with them. Went into the first quarter really hunting down the ball first and had them chasing us, but second quarter they turned the tables, and I think obviously them stepping it up, but also the increased pressure, some of it real and some of it perceived, and we started making errors with decisions and skill execution, as well as not able to sort of man up and chase them down when they really put their foot on the accelerator.
Were there any shining lights in obviously a pretty disappointing day?
Oh yeah, there's the usual cavalry that seemed to go strong. Cam Schutz back from a knee injury, a pretty decent knee injury early in the year, has come back his second game after that. It's a pretty decent injury, and he's up back to his best, and never ceases to surprise people watching on. Again, some other decent players, some of our own ballers obviously fought hard, and Benny Turner in the back lines, and a few other boys stood strong and did their job for the day.
Okay, we'll move on to next week's games. If I can get a tip on each game from you. We've got West Croydon taking on Mitchell Park. Who do you think will win that one?
Hard to go against West Croydon. They haven't lost a game yet.
And Mawson Lakes take on Trinity Old Scholars.
Yeah, a bit of a tough one. Mawsons were sitting there in 5th only 2 weeks ago, and last 2 weeks lost consecutive games. So it's at Mawsons, isn't it? I'll have to go for Trinity on that one.
Woodville South take on Ingle Farm.
I'll go Woody South, home team.
And Adelaide Lutheran take on Brahma Lodge.
Tigers by plenty on that one.
And Houghton Districts take on Fitzroy this week. You'll obviously be hoping to bounce back this week. What do you think you need to do to make sure you do bounce back?
Well, on our home deck in the last game of the year, we need to win this one to stay up. We lose it, and there's a possibility of going down to Div 7. So we play our over well, and I think we just need to bring the intensity and work rate for 4 quarters, and we can get the job done.
Do you think the relegation point does provide a bit more excitement? You actually do have a lot to play for this week, even though you're not going to play finals?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an unbelievable season in Div 6. Last week, well, on Saturday, yesterday I should say, we had the chance, if we win, to steal 5th spot and play finals, and lose, and you can still get relegated. So I don't remember a season like that for a long time.
What do you think? Do you think people will have the motivation this week to come out and make sure they keep the club up? Is it going to be a pretty important day?
Oh, without a doubt. Last game of the year, home game, and you fight pretty hard to move up the divs. Last year was a strong year, and it's our first year back in Div 6, and I think we'll be doing everything we can to make sure the club stays up.
So what do you think of Fitzroy then? What's their outfit like, and what do you think you need to bring?
They caught us snapping in the previous fixture against them. Really shot out the blocks and taught us a lesson about going into a game complacent, I think, and they've really improved since then. So we've got to bring nothing but our A game, and that means, like I said, high pressure and high work rate for 4 quarters. On a smaller oval, which I think not a lot of teams play well up at our deck, something that we're obviously used to, so we need to take advantage and get full toll.
Okay, thank you, Nathan. I'm Todd Lewis from Fiasco Sports, reporting for the SA Footballer magazine. Today I've been joined by Nathan Hall from the Houghton Districts Football Club in Division 6, and he's done our weekly roundup.